I want to repeat here that China, carrying out normal construction activities on its own territory, including deploying necessary and appropriate territorial defense facilities, is a normal right under international law for sovereign nations.
Jason Unruhe is an independent media personality and political commentator who joins us from Ontario. So, the big question always, it's a simple one, is what is the U.S. doing there when it's the South China Sea, and China obviously has his name there, and the U.S. claims that you can't put your name there and do what you want?
Of course, China has the right to build on their own islands. Both sides agree that the islands belong to them. They're concerned that China will develop some kind of defensive capability against U.S. missile technology. And why not? China certainly has the right to self-defense, and the U.S. seems adamantly opposed to any showing of any kind of military strength. If the U.S. is going to keep subverting the elections of sovereign governments and invading countries around the world for their own economic benefit, then it's absolutely necessary that China builds some kind of defensive capability. It's a total hypocrisy in my eyes. The U.S. can build missile systems all around the world looking to attack anyone they're not in agreement with, but no one is allowed to build a defensive measure against attack. It seems U.S. foreign policy would like to see everyone in a vulnerable position to where they would be unable to oppose aggression from U.S. maneuvers and threats. This is largely due to the energy-rich South China Sea. And to a degree, oil belongs to whoever manages to dig it up first. Slowing construction by Chinese firms would allow for U.S. allied countries to get their technology together to exploit such deposits. This is about beating China to the punch when it comes to resources. Any gap in exploitation that China leaves is open to anyone who wants to snatch it up. We're looking at competition for resources. As usual, the U.S. would rather competition not exist. It's far more profitable for U.S. firms to be able to move into resource-rich areas without the chance of someone else doing so. Whoever has their hands on the most of this resource is the one that's going to make the most money. The problem for the U.S. is that most of its allies in the region are underdeveloped in comparison to China, who most certainly has the advantage in the race for this resource.